What's up, everyone? Thank you for tuning in. I'm Josh. I'm one of the hosts of our talk show. And in 4 weeks, we'll be celebrating 1 year on YouTube. And to celebrate that, what we would like to do is do a $50 Amazon giveaway if we reach 300 subscribers before our 1 year. If not, we'll give away a $25 Amazon gift card. And to enter, all you have to do is subscribe and put hashtag our talk show on any of our social medias, comments, anything. Tweet us, Facebook, share. So once again, if we get 300 subscribers in the next month, we would give away a $50 Amazon gift card. If not, a $25 Amazon gift card to one of you lucky subscribers. So thanks again for a wonderful year on YouTube. And on our 1 year anniversary, we'll announce the subscriber. So stay tuned.
Hi, welcome back to Topic Sports. I'm your host, Adam, or one of your hosts. Today's episode, I'm going to start off with UFC 252, where Stipe Miocic goes up against Daniel Cormier for the heavyweight title. This will be the third fight. The first fight, obviously, was, I wouldn't say a fluke, but I think both fighters knew what happened. Stipe went in with very good striking, Golden Glove striker, decent wrestler, not on the Olympic level that Daniel is, but still a very good wrestler. So he was confident that he could manage the wrestling and outstrike Daniel immediately. Went in, got close, dirty boxing. Daniel caught him with a jab, or no. Caught him with an uppercut, like hook. And he went straight down, and Daniel Cormier is a heavyweight champion. Next fight, Stipe goes in, way more cautious, understanding that Daniel has good boxing, and just lit him up, I think, in the third or fourth round for a TKO victory. I think this is going to go sort of the same. I think that Daniel's going to push more of the wrestling early, try to work at dirty boxing, get some body shots in, try to attempt takedowns, but maybe not fully go for them to sort of wear him down, and try to go for one of those submissions he got on like Ozdemir or on Anthony Johnson, where he just wears them out and then just goes in for a rear naked so they could just take it and just get out instead of actually going the 5 rounds. Because with a wrestler of Daniel's caliber and the way he's able to wear on you, grind on you, pick you up, slam you down, you're going to be looking for any sort of just out. And I think he's going to try to do that, but I think Stipe is going to weather a lot of the storm, keep him sort of at distance. And I think Stipe is going to try to pick him apart. It's not going to be easy. He's going to be a big challenge with how Daniel approaches, with how Daniel shoots in, because he knows he's smaller. He knows he doesn't have the reach. So he's able to utilize that very well. He's very good at getting into your guard, very good at getting his head up into your chin and working your body and dirty boxing you up. So it's going to be interesting to see how this third fight plays. But I think we're going to get to see the same as the second fight. I think Stipe is going to keep him at bay. I think he's going to get a couple of takedowns on Stipe, Daniel will. But I don't think it's going to be anything damaging. Could be wrong, but I see that fight playing out for a Stipe TKO. The other fight I want to talk about is Sean O'Malley and Marlon Vera. That's supposed to be Sean O'Malley's top guy as far as a big fight for him. I think it's going to give him a good name because it's the co-main event of the pay-per-view instead of like the first fight of the pay-per-view, or like the co-main of like a fight card instead of the pay-per-view. So I think he's going to get his name out there, and I think he's going to show people what he's worth, and I think he's worth a title shot soon. And I think he's going to work Marlon at distance. He throws those straight strikes. He's very deceptively strong because he's 135, but he's 6 feet tall. So he's very, very long. He utilizes his length in a very good way. He's very good at his angles. His last fight was just so brilliantly done, the way he just stepped in, straight punch, guy on his back, walk off TKO. It was very impressive. I'm not quite sure how this goes. I think this will be I see a TKO in the second round, but I think it's going to be a decision for O'Malley. I think it'll be a unanimous decision. I'd like to see a really awesome KO, but I think it'll be a decision for O'Malley. The next thing I want to talk about is college football is in doubt. Apparently the Pac-12 and the Big Ten have been communicating with each other's presidents, and both are sort of leaning towards not having a season. which I think some of the teams who want to have a season in those conferences, like someone like maybe USC or Michigan or Ohio State, are going to probably go and play for the SEC for a year, which is going to be weird. I think Pat McAfee and I think Get Up discussed a little bit of like where this could go if you have a team break away from a conference and play for the SEC. Do they stay there long term after that? Or do the league turn into something completely different where we already see the NCAA is doing terrible things with the college athletes, especially football, and they just now, after all these years, are going to start to pay them, which is terrible to take that long to give them when you make millions upon millions upon millions off their likeness and off their backs, and then turn around and go, we gave you a scholarship, but a lot of the time they can't afford to go to the class, so they take, some of them do. Some of them get doctorates. Some of them do become teachers or can be lawyers or really good businessmen and own businesses. But some of them are supposed to make it. And if they don't go to class. There's so many different factors here to where paying them is a good thing. Depending on the state, too, I know, and the school. But I think the NCAA is just going to get itself into hot water with the pandemic. And if an ACC team or the entire... I don't know, like the ACC South or whatever they divide it up in wants to play for the SEC, and you have like more teams in that conference, they could break away from the NCAA altogether and just have their own leagues similar to the XFL, which I think with The Rock purchasing that, they're going to need places to play with those teams. And if the college football isn't happening, the XFL's got plenty of stadiums they can rent. Not going to be as much money as the stadium is going to want based on college football, but it's going to be something. And we get to see crazy beer snakes all over the crowd, and I am down for that. But it looks like, as of right now, I think the SEC and the ACC are the only two conferences currently, like, we're going to try to do everything we can to play. And I think the other conferences, the other three conferences of the Power 5, the Pac-12, the Big 10, and the Big 12, I think they're all looking at possibly canceling. So that's going to be interesting to see going forward what actually happens. Next thing, MLS Cup Final, or the Coronavirus Cup Final, or the Bubble Final, whatever you want to call it, the MLS. Orlando City. Did I not call that? I did say look out for Orlando City because of the weather and being the only team that has played in that weather. All the other teams have not played in Orlando, that muggy, humid, hot heat. And it is July, August that this tournament is going down. So to say that they had a home field advantage is an understatement. It's funny that Portland is the other team that's there, which is a North West Coast team. So they really don't know what that hot, humid weather is like. But to have them there means that they've been prevailing and pushing through the games that they've had, because every game they've had in the tournament and the seeding tournament has been in Orlando. So they've hopefully gotten used to it to where this is a fair fight. But man, my dark horse in the beginning, when I talked about this a few episodes ago about Orlando City, man, I really honestly tell you that weather is a factor down here. There's a reason why Tom Brady struggles down here with New England. There's a reason why the Miami teams like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Miami Dolphins can sometimes have a big heat advantage at home and really utilize that to their advantage to beat their opponents. I mean, that heat is something else if you don't practice in it. There is no practicing for Florida humidity whatsoever. If I have to make a prediction, I think I'm going to go with Portland. I'd like to see Orlando win. I think that would be so cool, but I think Portland, being a team that's been there before, has won it, I think, a couple of years ago. I think they're going to be a hard out for Orlando, and I think it's going to be a 3-2 victory for Portland. It's going to be interesting to see, but I think Portland is going to pull it out. They're not a better put together team for the MLS, because each team is just sort of put together as best they can considering of what they have to work with as far as talent and players. But it's going to be interesting to see this final. I'm actually looking forward to it. I think last year it wasn't a very good final. Last thing I want to talk about, baseball might be doing playoff bubble. It looks like the MLB is going to be doing a playoff bubble to prevent the league from running out of money, and for the teams not being able to do it because of corona outbreaks. I think a bubble is worth it, and it would be really interesting to see how they play that out, but it's a rumor as of right now. That's all I have for this week's episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me. This is our talk show branch. I am the undershow, Off Topic Sports. You can also see 7-minute reviews and 7-minute breakdowns. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.
Hello everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video. That was Off Topics with Adam. I'm Josh from Our Talk Show. If you would like, hit the subscribe button here, or you can watch Our Talk Show episodes over here. See you next time.